everybody, and welcome to the Blonde Blitz. I am your co-host, Deb Whitkus, and with me, my partner in blondness, Miss Nikki Gist. Nikki.
Hi, Deb. I haven't seen you in forever.
It's been nuts. I haven't seen you. I was sick, then you were on business, and then I was on business, and we're finally here together.
Finally, we are back. We appreciate our guest host filling in for us when we cannot make the show, but there's nothing like having myself and Deb. And Deb, you know what I love best about this new opening? We can see our style like evolve and looks evolve a little bit from the beginning of the season to right now. And you look so like tan and fresh and nice. Love it.
Thank you. You look great as well. And we have a great show for you guys today. We're extremely excited. We have a special guest. He is a 13-year veteran of the NFL, 8-time Pro Bowler, Hall of Famer. Let's not skip that one, huh? A former linebacker for the Chicago Bears, named one of the 100 greatest Bears of all time. Guys, give it up for Brian Urlacher.
Yes.
Yay.
Hi, ladies.
Hi.
Thanks for having me on your show. Appreciate it.
Of course. How was that intro? No.
Pretty good. You nailed it. All the important stuff.
There we go. I try.
Yeah.
Brian, Nikki and I met you at Super Bowl, the Cigars with Stars party, the media availability. How was the party, first of all?
It was good. We had a great turnout, but it was freezing. You know, the party has to be outside because it's Cigars with the Stars, and they don't really let you smoke cigars inside anywhere. So it was outside. They did a great job with it. The pool was awesome there at the M Resort, but it was cold. I think most people got kind of scared away from the weather. It was a little bit chilly in Vegas this year for a Super Bowl.
It was kind of chilly versus Arizona the year before. It was
it was great in Zona. Yes, always good here.
Yeah.
Really. We got in there and they're like, "Oh, it never rains in Vegas." I'm like, "Of course it's going to rain."
Yeah.
Of course it's raining for days. I felt like I was home. I'm in Jersey and it's still like 40 and cloudy here. So that's kind of how it felt Super Bowl week.
Everywhere I go, the weather travels with me usually pretty bad. If I go to Florida, the wind blows. If I go to Chicago, it rains or snows. Vegas was cold when I was there. The only time it's nice is when I'm here in Arizona. Yeah, I'll take the blame. I'm used to it.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, it's cold here in LA today. It's like 60.
What's cold? Hold on.
That's not cold.
Well, I used to live in Chicago, but yes, no, it's like 60.
Well, it's freezing here. It's like 68 today, so we're freezing in Arizona today. So
okay, guys, it's like 35 here today. I think we crept up to 40 at like 2 o'clock. So,
thank you.
Well, Brian, we asked you what your Super Bowl prediction was at Super Bowl.
We are here at Super Bowl. Kansas City Chiefs, 49ers. Mm-hmm. Who you got? And what's the score?
Oh, I have to pick the score, and I have to pick the score?
And why?
Jeez, these guys are great. Okay, so I don't know how Patrick Mahomes is ever underdog. So I'm going to take the Chiefs 27-24 because I think they're a better football team. Is that good enough reason? I think their defense is playing good, and they have Patrick Mahomes at quarterback. I love Purdy. Purdy's a stud. He's from Arizona. I live in Arizona, but Mahomes the man.
What was the score?
It was you said 27-24. It was 25-22.
That's pretty good.
Oh, you did. Everybody we asked, Deb, they were in the 30s, right?
Yeah. And other Hall of Famers as well, we asked. I won't say who. But
that's okay. You got it on video. It doesn't matter. Yeah, proof.
We got the evidence.
That's a good pick by me, man. That was good.
Yeah, that was good. We were impressed. So we had to play that.
I wish I could do that every year. Pick the right, close to the right score and the winner, more importantly.
What did you think of the Super Bowl?
I thought it was fun. I mean, it was a close game. You know, like I said in your interview, how is Mahomes ever an underdog? You know, whenever he's on the field, doesn't matter who's healthy, who's out there, whatever, they're going to have a chance to win the game. But I thought it was a good game. I think people were a little disappointed because the defenses played better than they probably thought they would. But it was exciting. Went to overtime. I'm glad the new overtime rules came into effect, you know, for that game. But it was entertaining. So that was good. That's all I can ask for a Super Bowl.
Absolutely. So, Brian, you retired in 2012. What have you been doing since? Catch us up. What does Brian's life look like?
Yeah, well, right now, currently playing a lot of golf. We live in Arizona, like you probably figured out by now. And so I have 3 children, adults now. So 23, 19, and 18. My oldest goes to Marquette Law School. She's a first-year law student. My middle daughter goes to Kansas. She's in Lawrence, and my son just went to Notre Dame in January. So we're empty nesters. But, yeah, I play a lot of golf, travel quite a bit. Love to fish, too. So we have a place down in Florida. I'll go fishing there once a month if I'm lucky. But pretty much love being in Arizona. I love the weather.
So retirement life is nice is basically the takeaway here.
It's pretty solid. It was kind of weird at first once my son went to school in January because empty nesters, in the evenings we're like, what are we going to do? Because usually you got stuff to do with the kids. You got to make dinner, something. But we have no responsibilities now. So we have the dogs, and that's really our main focus right now is just taking care of them. But it's kind of boring.
It can be a lot, to be honest. I have dogs and cats. It's a lot. I have a farm. But
Jack's got a whole zoo over there. We might see some of them tonight. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Appearances during podcasts.
We have. Oh, I love that. We have 3 dogs. They're locked in my bedroom right now because they're complete animals and can't be quiet. So they're in my bedroom, and then we actually have 2 donkeys and 2 cows in our back pasture as well. Yeah, and 10 chickens.
You literally have a farm. I was joking, but yeah.
Yeah, my wife loves animals, man. She's outside like 4 hours a day. Not even really. There's nothing to do. All you got to pick up poop once a day and feed them twice, and they're pretty good. But she's out there. She's just very meticulous and picking up the eggs for the chickens and stuff. But anyway, yeah, it's great here. Fun times.
And your son plays football too. Is he's following in your footsteps?
He is on the football team at Notre Dame. Yes, he got a scholarship to go to ND, which we're very proud of. Football-wise, they're great, obviously, but academically, that's one of the best schools, I think, in the nation. You get a degree from there, you've done pretty well with yourself. So we're proud of that. Like I said, my oldest one's in law school. She's doing very well. Our middle daughter's great as well. So very fortunate. The kids are doing good.
That's awesome.
Yes.
So we're nearing the draft. And I personally, it gets really overwhelming with all of the draft noise that goes on for the next month. But before we talk about what draft day feels like and what this upcoming month feels like, before we do that, Chicago Bears trade away Justin Fields. Can you kind of give us a state of the union here on what you think the Bears 2024 season is going to look like? We're seeing a bunch of love, with Williams for them. Who knows if that's true. Is 2024 the year they turn around? Do you think they need a little bit more time to rebuild? What are you kind of seeing for them?
I really wish I knew the answer to that. I don't have a really good pulse for that situation right now. The organization's kind of, I don't keep a close eye on them. Honestly, I kind of distance myself from that organization. I do watch them when they're on TV, but I don't know if they go this year and not get a franchise quarterback after having the number 1 pick back-to-back years and not getting a quarterback for the next 10, 15 years, I don't think it's going to be well for their GM and the rest of the staff there. It's going to be tough, but I hear they're talking about getting Caleb Williams. I also hear Washington wants that pick as well. I don't know. There's so much stuff that can happen on draft day. Who knows? I know that they've racked up some really good players over the last couple of years, so I think they are turning the corner. Last year was fun to watch. I think they were 8-9, something like that, which is better than people pegged them at. But who knows? I love their head coach. Coach Eberflus is awesome. I've talked to him a few times. I like what he's doing. Their defense plays great. Just got to find a guy, which has always been the case in Chicago, right? Find the right guy quarterback. It's been a long time since they've had a guy they can lean on there for 5, 10, 15 years. So we'll see what they do.
Yes, I can understand that as a suffering New York Giants fan. Being in the quarterback position, needing to find your quarterback of the future is a tough position to be in.
At least you guys had Eli for 10 years, 12 years.
We did.
We haven't had that in a long time. I think I played with 20 different guys in my 13 years there. So hasn't gotten any better since I left. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Well, maybe they'll get it right this time.
I hope they do, but
were you shocked?
My hopes are not very high, but I hope they do.
Were you shocked what Justin Fields got traded for?
You mean what they give up for him?
Yeah.
It was.
I thought there would be more interest in him. I honestly did, because I think he's talented as hell. I mean, he didn't do well there. His numbers weren't good. He didn't win games, but I do think he's going to get better. He put some better players around him. I like the situation he's in Pittsburgh. Great defense. They got some players on offense. Good running backs. Good receivers. We'll see, but we'll go a 6th-round pick for him.
Yeah.
Bears just trying to get rid of him, right? Obviously, they're just trying to get him off the team so they can get a quarterback.
How do you think he'll do under Tomlin?
I love Coach Tomlin, by the way. Number 1, I love Tomlin. That's a guy that I would love to play for. Most guys who play there do pretty well just because of, I think, the way they do things around there. Not just Coach Tomlin, but the way the Steelers have done things since their history. They do things the right way. You know, they had, I think, 3 or 4 head coaches in the last 60 years, something like that.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty good situation there. But the way the culture around there, the way they do things, and you know, you're gonna have a year to learn from Russ, at least 1 year behind Russ, or battling with Russ to see who's going to start. But it's going to be a good situation for him, and I think it's nice to get a fresh start as well. When a team doesn't want you, it's pretty nice to go somewhere and kind of be wanted, I think.
Absolutely. Well, let's go back a little bit just to your playing days. You know, being
a little bit. That's a lot of bit.
a lot of it, 13 years.
Yeah.
You know, being named one of the 100 all-time Bears, a linebacker, along with names like Dick Butkus, who I know you idolize.
Awesome. Yep.
You know,
And LT.
Yeah, of course.
Well,
what did it mean to for that to happen?
So growing up, I was a Cowboys fan. You know, I grew up in New Mexico, huge Cowboys fan. Still am. You know, it's hard once you start that to get away from it. But so going to Chicago, I didn't know a lot about the franchise. I knew Walter Payton. That was when you talk about Chicago Bears. Walter Payton was the man. Still is when you talk about the Bears for me. But when you get there, you know, you realize quickly it's a hard-nosed defensive city. They love defense. Love their defensive players, like you said, Butkus, Mike Singletary, Richard Denhampton, Steve McMichael. There's a ton of guys I can list. Wilbur Marshall. It's just they love defense, man. I figured that out quickly when I got there. I started out, got off to a rough start, playing Sam there for a little bit. Then a guy got hurt, and they put me at Mike, and then I just kind of kept going this direction my whole career. Love our fans. I mean, the Bears have their best fans ever. We weren't very good when I was there for a lot of years, but our fans didn't care. They came out and supported us no matter what. Played for some great coaches, and I really enjoyed my time there.
Yeah, the fans have been through it, but that's what we do, right? I mean, you show up, and
they do. You're right. A lot of fans are like that, right? Their teams stink, but they just show up because they're fans and they love football. And maybe you get that lucky season where your team gets it all right. You know, we're waiting for that, but it's tough, man. I can't imagine being a fan going through some of the stuff we put our fan. And the weather, like you said, sucks in Chicago. Didn't matter.
Yeah, I lived there for 3 years. It was so.
Yeah. We sold out every game. Didn't matter, man. The fans, -10, 80 degrees, didn't matter. They were there no matter what. They're incredible.
It's like, what's the saying? Football is family, but it really truly is. It becomes part of everybody's family. Your friends, people you meet at games, they almost feel like they know you guys a little bit. So it truly is a sport that is family. I think it's part of so many people's lives. I mean, Thursday night, Sunday night, Monday night, and then playoffs. You're throwing it in on Saturday night. So it's a huge part of our lives. So yeah, kudos to the fans. I know there's some franchises out there where
they're suffering, but they're still there. You know, you said though, like now as a retired guy, as a fan now, I look forward to Monday nights. I can't wait for Thursday. You get to Saturday college football, and then you go back to Sunday again. It's just during season, man. And then when the Super Bowl's over, it's like, now what? Now what am I going to do? It's really nothing to do. I love golf. I love watching golf, but man, it's one day. It's 3 or 4 hours a day in the middle of the days. It's not going to cut it for me.
Yeah.
Plus, you can't really bet on golf like you do. You can't bet a lot on golf like you do on football either. It's not quite the same. Not the same.
Well, let's talk a little bit about being in the Hall of Fame. Hi.
Yeah. Tricked them.
In 2018, can you bring us back to that moment when you found out that you were being inducted?
So they've changed the process the last couple of years, but used to you go to a hotel night before Super Bowl, and it was in Minneapolis, so it's freezing, like -30. So my whole family's
Super Bowl in Minneapolis.
Oh, you were too? Yeah.
It was freezing.
Man, I like great stadium. I don't know how they got the game there. Man, it was cold.
Anyway.
No golf tournaments that week. Anyway. So you're in your room, the thing was, if they knock on your door, you got in. If you get the call, they tell you, sorry, you didn't make it this year, blah, blah, blah. So you're sitting in your room for like 3 hours waiting for all these people to vote to see who gets in. So it's me, my wife, my 3 kids, a couple of my buddies, my best friend, and my agent. We're sitting there, and thank gosh, the David Baker beat on my door. I was like, oh, it's just a huge relief, honestly. You obviously want to get in there, but you just don't know because you don't know. You don't know what the voters are going to do. You don't know who likes you, who doesn't like you, who thought you were good, who didn't. But to go in on the first time, huge relief and a great honor, honestly. And we had a great class, man. We had some dudes in our class. 3 first ballot guys, myself, Ray, and Randy. We had Brian Dawkins, Terrell Owens, Jerry Kramer, Robert Brazil, and then Bobby Beathard down, who was a GM for the Redskins all those years. So we had a great class, but it was cool as hell. Man, it was a huge relief when it was over, and even bigger relief once my speech was over at the actual ceremony, because that was stressful as hell to get up there and talk in front of everybody.
That was my next question. How stressful was that?
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Just how stressful was it?
Man, once I sat down, I was like, oh, once I was done. So I tried to, you don't want to leave anybody out, but they tell you got 15 minutes. I'm like, 15 minutes is all for 30 years of football, because you got high school, you got junior high school, college, NFL, and you don't want to leave anybody out. So it was hard to get everybody in. I think I took 18 minutes for my speech. I was proud of that. I didn't go too far over by a little bit. But right when I was done, it was like, oh, relief. Now I can actually relax and have fun. Although I did have fun at my party on Thursday night. We went a little bit too hard at my party. I should have had my party after. That's what I should have done because.
Oh, you didn't have an answer?
No. So we did it Thursday night. The ceremony was Saturday. I went to bed at 5:30 in the morning. And everyone in my family did too. Everyone who was there, I was like, you're not leaving. We're doing this one time. You're not leaving. My brother, everyone stayed till the morning. And the next day, everyone else I had some commitments with the Hall of Fame. So I had to go do that early. But I was not very fun that next day. I'll say that. And I was good to go again by Saturday, but Friday I was worthless. Yeah, it was rough.
What did you drink? No.
Everything. Man, if you brought me a drink or a shot, if you want to do a shot, I was like, let's go. Let's go to the bar. It was a lot of fun.
That's very cool.
Well,
when you think about it though, you see everyone from your high school days, your college days, and your NFL days all combined.
Right.
So everyone from that 20 years of my life all came together for that night. So it was awesome. We definitely celebrated.
That's
so
cool.
Did that moment sink in like after the speech then? Like, or were you able to really soak it in while you were standing up there? Or did it more hit you afterwards?
I think
after the hangover went away
yeah, I don't get hungover. No, it was actually I think watching everyone else's speech. Honestly, I was like, damn. Because you hear them talk about people in their lives and what they went through. And that was more so after I got done giving mine, because I was one of the first guys to go. And then I listened to Ray, I listened to Randy gave his, and Dawkins gave his. And I was like, dang, this is really cool, man. I'm listening to these dudes give their Hall of Fame speech. So I think it was more so once I gave my speech, I was like, dang. And you're looking around, all these guys on the stage who are in the Hall of Famers with, you're all one now. It doesn't matter when you go in, first ballot, fifth ballot, whenever. You're all the same. It doesn't matter when you get in my opinion. There's no levels of Hall of Fameness. It's one level. You're all the same team. But yeah, it was really cool to be part of all that. I haven't gone back since, but this year we have a couple guys going in, so maybe I'll go back for their ceremony.
Okay, quick question. How much do you wear that yellow jacket? I think I would literally sleep in it.
So I've worn it twice, and only because people requested me to wear it. And funny story, the second time I wore it, we did Family Feud. There's a Hall of Famers Family Feud.
That's cool.
Tim Brown was there as well.
I love Tim.
Somehow I ended up with Tim's jacket. We somehow switched jackets. So I get home, and for some reason I was trying it on. I was like, dude, why is this so short? Have I lost weight, or have I gotten bigger, or what is going on? And then I look in the side, it says Tim Brown, number whatever he was. So I texted him and said, Tim, I got your jacket. He goes, I got yours too. So next time we just mailed them back and forth to each other to get our jackets back.
Oh, that's fine. You guys don't live that far. He lives in like Northern California.
He's in Texas, Dallas area. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
No, it was easy. I mean, we just put them in the mail. Not like mailing your Hall of Fame jacket. Hopefully it gets through. Yeah, smart.
Can you imagine if that got lost? Like what?
Oh,
I'm sure they could replace it, but I don't want it replaced. I want the exact one that I got that night. That's what I want.
Yeah, of course.
Yes, the original.
Brian, Nikki and I like to play a little game when we have guests on.
Okay. All right. All right.
Yeah. Okay.
Quiz time. Okay.
This is how well do you know yourself? Nikki, can you keep score?
Sure, I will keep score.
All right. Let's start off easy. All right. How many touchdowns did you score in your NFL career?
Is there a time limit on this? Let me see. 1, 2. Hold on. I'll add them up for you real quick. 3, 5. Am I right?
Yes, it was 5.
Okay, good. Well, she's over there like just looking down. I'm
keeping score.
Oh, okay, I got you. So all right. Okay, all right, okay, good
One
job.
for you. One
for you. Good job,
for Brian.
All
none for Blonde Blitz.
Okay.
Blitz 0.
Yep.
In all-time Bears history, where do you rank in solo tackles and how many?
I'm gonna go with number one ranking. How many? I have no idea. So here's why. Tackles is not an official NFL stat.
Okay.
So I don't know. I've seen 1,600. I've seen 1,000 or more like 1,000 maybe. So it's somewhere in there. I'm gonna say 1,300, 1,400, but I don't know exactly how many there are. So I'm gonna go with number one, and I don't know after that. I have no idea.
It is number one.
Okay.
1,046 solo tackles is what
That's
I have.
wrong. It's way more than that. That's like 2 seasons.
All right, we'll give you it.
Yeah.
All
The
right,
numbers
we'll give you
don't matter. As long as I'm number one, that's cool.
You got the
Or
one.
you get 2. All right, who do you know who number 2 is in solo tackles and how many does he have?
I'm gonna go with Singletary, number 2. I don't know the numbers though. Am I right with the name?
It's Lance Briggs. He's got 944.
Oh, Lance. Okay, nice. Well, he played 13 years as well. He should be. Yeah, very nice. Okay, good.
All right, moving on. Where do you rank all time in Bears history in return yards from fumbles?
Total? Like
Yeah.
total return yards?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hell. So I had one for 90 yards, one for 90. I'll rank number 5.
It's number 2.
2.
Really?
Yeah.
Number 1, Mike Brown. Who's number 1? Mike Brown or Charles Tillman?
Yeah, it's number 1. But
So-
Mike Brown's number 1. Very
Mike
good.
Brown, number 1.
All right, so
Dang.
you got that
But
point.
that
but
should count for me because I got the guy ahead of me. I just
I
didn't know where I
agree.
ranked. Yeah.
Mike Brown has 221 in return yards from fumbles. So
I thought it'd be more than that. Mike Brown was a stud. Still is a stud. One of my favorite teammates of all time.
awesome. So where do you rank in all-time Bears history in tackles for losses? I'm sorry, was that a repeat?
No, that's a new one. I'm just
Okay,
trying to
okay.
think of. Man, these are hard questions. I'm
I
gonna
know.
go with 3.
You're number 1.
1.
Really?
Yeah.
Who's that? See, that was hard for me to believe because
138.
how many?
138.
Damn, that's good. I didn't know it was that many. That's pretty good. I know once Lovey got there, those numbers went way up because I was always in the backfield. But dang, who's number 2? Do we know number 2? Lance Briggs.
Very good.
Very good. You just
How
got
many does Lance have?
97.
7.
Ooh. Well, I thought it'd be closer. No, that's good. That's exciting.
All right, shall we keep
So-
going?
So every category, I'm gonna be 1 or 2 is what you're saying then. Okay.
There
Now I
we
know.
go. Yeah, that's why I
No,
thought I'm like,
Well, I mean, tackles for losses, you got the D linemen get a ton of tackles for losses. You know, linebackers, you may get it. Anyway, I like to hear that's a good number.
All right.
There you
So
go.
the score is Brian 4, Blonde Blitz 3.
0. I've been right on all of them almost. Well, maybe not all of them.
Except 3.
I was close. I undershot myself.
You did.
I should have thought more of myself. All right, go ahead. Give me some more questions. This is fun.
all right, here we go. Where do you rank all time in Lobos history, University of New Mexico?
Yeah, the University of New Mexico.
Yes. In single season tackles.
Number 1, 178. 1998 or 99 maybe. Right? 178?
Yes, 98 was number 1 and 99 you were number 6.
6.
Oh, okay. How many?
All right. You got it.
178, is that right?
I don't have that.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Well, I'll tell you
You get an
what.
extra point for that.
We were 3-9 that year. They're all about 20 yards down the field because we stunk. So yeah.
That's funny. Nikki,
Doesn't
you want to do
matter.
the next one? Or?
All right, come on, Nikki, give me a
Go
good one.
ahead. Yeah.
Okay. How many touchdowns did you score in your senior year of college?
7.
Yes.
6 receiving and 1 fumble return.
Yep.
Is that right? Or maybe in a pick.
You're right. No,
Yes.
You are right.
Blonde Blitz is getting crushed.
I agree.
We are, but that's okay.
Oh, I probably know my college stats better than NFL stats, honestly.
That's kind of funny, actually. What was your return yard average as a punt returner in college?
15.
Wow.
Wow,
Is that right?
so close. 15.8.
No. That was good. 15 counts. Let's round down. Let's round down. We're rounding down. That was good.
I know.
Sorry.
I gave you the point.
Okay, I think. All right, you gave me that.
I gave you the point. I got
Check.
it.
All right, good.
Check.
We got 2 more.
All right.
Nikki's going to love
Fun
these.
ones.
Okay.
According to ChicagoEater.com, what is the best place in Chicago to get a deep dish pizza?
Ooh. That's a hard one because there's so many good spots there.
So many good ones. I gained 30 pounds when I moved to Chicago, by the way.
I don't like deep dish pizza.
I gained 30 pounds in Vegas last weekend. Does that count?
I think I lost weight in the Super Bowl from running around.
Let me see. Lou Malnati's.
I don't disagree with you.
But it's not right.
Right, George's deep dish.
Oh, George is good. Yeah, I'm not a deep dish guy, so I grew up on Pizza Hut, so I like Pizza Hut.
I like Giordano's personally. I love
Giordano's is good. I'm actually having Lou Malnati's tonight for dinner.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, my favorite place in Chicago is Aurelio's.
Okay.
Oh, really good. All right, I missed that one. I missed it. Good guess though.
One for Blonde Blitz.
Yes.
13-2. All right, I'm up 13-2.
Our last one. According to Yelp ratings, what is the best bar to have drinks near the University of New Mexico?
I haven't been there like 25 years.
It'd be amazing if it was still there. What was
Billy's Pub.
It's Bourbon and Boots.
Never even heard of it.
Right? Yeah, I have no idea.
Okay,
I don't go on Yelp very often either. I should have known better than that. I've done my review and my study on Yelp.
I'm sure it's great.
Oh, it's got to be great. If it's in Albuquerque, it's great for sure.
Right.
I thought it would be maybe a Mexican bar. They got great Mexican food in Albuquerque. Great food. I should have said, what's that place down there? No, no, anyway, El Pinto. That's the greatest place ever in Albuquerque.
What, Nikki? What's the score? What do we got?
Brian's got 7, and we've got 5. So winner. Hall of Famer here. Took down.
What if we'd have tied? What if we tie? What if we would have tied? Do you have a tiebreaker question?
We don't.
You don't have one, huh?
We've never done. What would be a good tiebreaker question?
I think you got to go away from sports to do something like, I don't know. For future reference, you got to figure something else. Make it harder.
Just give you like a movie line and see.
Yes, that's the move. I'm a movie guy too, so that'd have been great.
Right. What? Like it's hard?
What is?
Oh man, you're supposed to say Legally Blonde.
Oh, not that movie. I'm talking about good movies.
Does not count.
Sorry, Reese Witherspoon. I didn't get that one. I don't know how to repeat those lines. Sorry. I know good movies most of the time. I was like, that was a good one.
Legally Blonde. No good for you?
I've seen it, but I don't think I remember the lines as well as you do.
Ah, got it.
I don't watch it often. How about that?
Yeah, no, I got that. So speaking of food, when they interviewed you at Super Bowl, I asked you what your favorite game day snack was, and you were very excited to tell me that you love Tostito chips and all of that. So is that your favorite like game day snack when you're getting ready to sit down and watch football game, or was that just like something you do for Super Bowls or something else that you like to eat?
I don't really sit down and I'm not planning during Sundays. Now Super Bowl Sunday is different, but during the regular season, I'll just the games start here like at 10 a.m., which is great. So I get up, I'll work out, ride the bike, whatever, and then I've been doing this fasting thing, so I'm trying to wait till 11:30 to eat. It's damn near impossible, but I try and get to that point and eat. And then when the games are on, I just make a sandwich or something, or I'll eat chips and then drink my Dr. Pepper or my sweet tea and watch the games. And I'm a huge snacker. I'm so bad. I'll pretty much snack until I quit eating at 6 because I'm trying to fast again before the next day.
It's tough.
It's horrible. I hate it.
Really hard. I've intermittent fasting. It's tough.
I do it all the time.
16
do you really? How many hours?
16. Yeah.
And then I try and go 6 to 12. That's 18. But then from 12 to 6, I'm just eating everything in sight.
Yeah, your eating window, you're like, but you know what's so weird? I don't know how long you've been doing it. You really do just get used to it. Like today, I don't think I ate till the first time till like 3:30, 4 o'clock.
I don't get used to it.
You don't get used to it?
Hell no. I love food. I mean, I cannot and then when I travel, I have to eat I'm like, okay, you gotta eat breakfast because you don't know.
Traveling's hard. Yeah.
The worst. And I don't eat when I do eat, I eat like crap anyway, so it doesn't matter. But I'm a big foodie. I love food. But the worse I eat, the more I can work out so I can get it off me.
So I tried pesto gnocchi the other day for the first time, live on camera.
And
was not my jam, but
my favorite food. I had it the other day.
You guys, everybody
Really?
killed me for it. They were like, "I can't believe it, Nikki! What do you live under? Like a
it
rock?"
sounds good. I think I've had that. I don't know when, but I think I've had it. Probably a fancy restaurant.
It was where was I? Some Italian restaurant in Atlantic City. I had to go there.
There you
go. You know what? Just something pesto is really
Not your thing?
Where I like. Yeah, I don't think so.
That's all right. I like hamburgers, pizza, steaks.
Wings? You like wings?
Boneless wings, yes. My son smashes wings. I do eat some every meal if he could.
Oh.
I like the boneless wings. I'm a minimal work guy when it comes to food.
All right. So, pizza question. You put ranch on your pizza?
No.
I have to ask because.
No, I like, my favorite is ham and pineapple. That's my favorite pizza, though.
Oh.
But a lot of people don't have it anymore, so I go with straight pepperoni now. No ranch, though. My son dips everything in ranch, basically. Pizza, wings, everything.
Really?
Yeah, everything. The guy loves it.
Oh. Deb, do you put ranch on your pizza?
No. I don't like ranch at all.
I heard it's like a West Coast thing. I don't know. Yeah, I don't like ranch at all. No.
Maybe in the crust. If I'm going to eat the crust,
ranch.
I'll dip it in ranch, maybe. But I don't really.
We don't really.
Not on top of my eat list.
Yeah, no. So we have a question in the chat. They want to know who is the best coach you ever had.
Do they know whatever all time in history? Man, I hate answering because I had some great coaches in high school, college, NFL. I'll do each level. How about that? Is that cool?
Okay.
Yeah.
So high school, we had my defense coach Quinones, who was a stud. He's our D coordinator and our secondary coach in high school. Love that dude. Still talk to him all the time. College, I'm picking two: Coach Long and Coach Mendenhall. Mendenhall is now the head coach back at UNM this year. Rocky Long was our head coach. Without those two guys, I don't make it to the NFL. I don't think I make it to the level I got to. In the NFL, this is a hard one, man. Greg Blosh, my first defensive coordinator. Bob Babich, my linebacker coach for 9 years. And Coach Babich was my presenter for the Hall of Fame. So that's how much I love him. And then Coach Smith. I mean, I was very fortunate to play for some guys who were pretty level-headed and very knowledgeable about football. So I'm going to go with those guys from every level. But, I mean, I could probably pick 20 guys, honestly, because even the coaches who didn't coach my position, I was close with and talked to. Had, when offense is out there doing their stuff, we're on the sideline talking, we're doing what we're doing. But I was very fortunate to be around a lot of great coaches and great players.
Brian, I want to know, what was your favorite moment on the field? 13 years.
Yeah.
182 games, 1,353 tackles. I can keep going. 22 interceptions, 11 forced fumbles, 5 defensive touchdowns. Mm-hmm. What was your favorite moment?
2006, we win the NFC Championship at Soldier Field versus the Saints, and we get the George House Trophy, which is George House was the owner of the Bears, started the Bears organization. And Miss McCasky, his daughter, we get the trophy presented to us at Soldier Field, and it starts snowing. It's early January in Chicago. We get it presented to us at our field in front of our fans. It's pretty damn cool. We lost 2 weeks later in the Super Bowl, but it was cool to be in that. Just have that one moment, that you kind of dream about as a kid. You see it on TV, but they had the confetti coming down and the snow was coming down as well. But it was cool as hell. There's a bunch of other good stuff happened, but that was really cool to be a part of.
What was another one?
Oh, man. The Arizona game on Monday night in Arizona, we were down 23-0. We didn't score a touchdown on offense, and we won the game 24-23.
Cool.
So that was the Denny Green breakdown after the game where he went crazy up there talking. I saw some cool things from my teammates. Devin Hester did some of the coolest things I've ever seen. Mike Brown returned back-to-back pick sixes in overtime in back-to-back weeks. That'll never happen. I don't think that's ever going to happen again. He ended both games with a pick six in overtime at Soldier Field versus San Francisco, and then next week against Cleveland did it again. So, but lots of cool stuff I got to witness as a player. Played against some great players as well.
Who gave you headaches? Who gave you the most headaches? So you're at this guy, man.
The quarterbacks were so good. I feel like that era that I played in, I played against Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers, Peyton, Tom, Drew Brees, Michael Vick. Michael Vick is a badass. People don't give him the credit he deserves. In my opinion, he's one of my favorite guys, but just as a football player, he was awesome. He could zing it, he could run it, he did everything. He's what all the guys want to be like now, be able to run it and throw it like he did. Yeah, all those quarterbacks, Phillip Rivers, those dudes all give you headaches, man. They're all so good. I'm sure I'm leaving guys off the list too, but those dudes are a pain. They always know what you're doing. You can't trick them.
We got a question in the chat from Bears Country Production. They want to know, what were the McCaskies really like? Do you feel like they knew anything about football or just fans?
That was a good question, man. So we didn't spend a lot of time. When I played, I didn't interact with them. I saw them in the building, but we didn't interact with them very much. They don't have to know anything about football. You know, they hire people to be team president and GMs. They're not doing that part of the job. So I'm not sure how much they know about football. I'm sure they're pretty knowledgeable because they're at every game cheering. You know, I sat in the owner's box with them after I retired. They know football. They understand what's going on. They understand the situation. But they hire people for that. You know, that's what they do. They want to own the team and just let the people they hire do a good job, hopefully.
Oh,
and there's
Oh, hey.
Hey.
Hello, puppy dog.
Say hi.
Love the haircut.
Ryan.
Nice bangs.
Cocker Spaniel.
Love it. Great bangs.
Football too.
Oh, how many dogs do you have? Just one, or you have a couple?
One. Yeah.
But you have cats as well.
I have 2 cats of my own and then 2 foster cats. I do rescue work as well.
My daughter has a 25-pound cat.
Oh, wow.
A Maine Coon.
Oh, yeah, they're huge.
Oh, he's unbelievable.
Yeah.
He's like a bobcat in her house. It's unbelievable. He's a badass. Yeah. Ronnie, he's awesome.
We could sit here.
Now we just need Olive.
Yeah, and Olive, my black cat who's a foster. She usually
Yes.
doesn't know if she's in the room, to be honest.
Yes, Olive makes me.
I'm still leaving mine locked up. I'm not gonna let them out, and you won't be able to hear me talk. All I do is bark the whole time.
It's so funny.
Brian, what was talking about playing at stadiums? Was there one that you were just like not a fan playing in, or due to
Arizona.
the fan base? Arizona?
Yeah, that's easy. Yeah. Before the new stadium, their old stadium was the college stadium. Our locker room was worse than a high school locker room. You have no room to get ready. You have no room and Minnesota was the same way before they redid the stadium as well. Just there's no room to get ready. There's no amenities for us. The best place that was Dallas Stadium, or it was AT&T Stadium. Unbelievable. Hot tub, like the visitors' locker room was bigger than our locker room at Soldier Field that we have for us. So that was a great place. It was awesome.
Wait,
Green Bay was small as well.
Do most places have hot tubs? This is the first time I'm ever hearing of this.
That's the only road game I went to where we actually had a hot tub in the locker room for the visiting team.
Wow.
Pretty
I
cool.
Philly's got a jail, but
Yeah, right. Philly's got all kinds of stuff, but they don't have the hot tub. I bet they all do now with the way that the Sames have kind of progressed over the last few years.
Brian, we understand you also do a lot of charity work. You've got your foundation. Tell us about that.
Well, I don't have a foundation personally. I try and do stuff for everybody, man. I never started my own because I did a lot of stuff with Special Olympics when I played. I give them tickets to every game. Love law enforcement. Love military. Love what Coach Dick has done for the Gridiron Greats. I think it's great to kind of bring attention to the guys who didn't quite make the money that the players are making now, and they have no insurance, nothing. You know, the NFL left them high and dry. So it's nice to see Coach Dick kind of get some awareness out there for that. So I've been a part of that. But, man, I just like to lend a hand everywhere if I can. A lot of golf tournaments I join in, but Special Olympics and law enforcement and military are a big deal to me as well.
Awesome. Do you have anything coming up or any events?
No, nothing big. No, just golf tournaments I play in. I'm playing in Tahoe in the celebrity event there, American Century. But no, I don't think I do. I'm playing next Thursday with some people who bought a charity foursome for me for an animal shelter out here. They paid the shelter gets the money. I play golf with the guys. How about that? Does that make sense?
That's cool.
It was at an auction, so I'm playing golf with them. Maybe this Thursday. Actually, I'm not sure. I have to take my calendar. I think it's this Thursday.
Where do you know where people can donate, or just because I'm into the animal rescue thing?
The animal rescue is a huge thing for us too, man. We rescued one of our dogs as a rescue as well. My wife, as I told you earlier, loves animals. I don't know the name of it, but she sets it all up. I just donate my time. Does that make sense? She's like, hey, would you do this? I'm like, yes. So that's really the way it works. But yeah, we're big. Like every day she'll show me these dogs on Facebook. Oh, we could. I'm like, damn, we have 3 already. We just got rid of the kids. Let's not bog ourselves down anymore. We have to. But yeah, I love animals. They're awesome.
Well, I have 3 golf events coming up for work in the next couple months. I mean, I could certainly use some help. I'm horrible, but if I bring you, I'm winning.
In Jersey? Golf events in Jersey?
In Jersey.
You have golf in, I hope you wait until May or June. You said next couple months.
They're all in, June. They're in June.
There you go. Okay, you're good. You'll have some nice weather by then, hopefully.
Yeah. I think so. I need a few lessons.
I love golf. Man, there's nothing better than getting people, like if you don't know someone to get on the golf course with them, you're stuck with them for at least 4 hours. And I've done a few of these things where they auction off a round of golf. it's always a blast. I end up getting the people's numbers and we talk. It's just it's usually a good thing because you're very like-minded people and you have a lot of those things in common as well.
Very cool.
One
it's fun.
question from Bears Productions here. Did you prefer a dome or open air stadiums? A lot of questions about stadiums today.
Outside all day. Give me natural grass outside all day. I'll take it. And 12 o'clock on Sunday. So I want to play every game on 12 o'clock on Sunday on natural grass outside. That's it. That's all I want to do. I didn't like night games. I hated Monday night games, especially away Monday night games. Because say you play on the West Coast, the game's at 7:30 in Chicago, done at 11, home at 3, 4 in the morning, and you're already short a work week day because you're getting back on Tuesday morning. So you're short a day of work. So I didn't like it. I do like Thursday night games because you had 3-day weekend. That was nice.
Yeah.
Those were good. Short week was okay, but I do like them 3-day weekends during season.
But ideally, it's Sunday at 12.
Sunday at noon every week. Sign me up. I don't care about night games. Put me on noon Sunday. That's it.
Do you get, or did you get more nervous for like a Monday night game or Sunday night, or is it all the same?
They're all saying to me, the worst thing about night games is waiting around all damn day.
Yeah.
So I didn't mind Sunday night because at least you can watch football during the day. Monday night, there's nothing on TV. You literally, because you usually don't watch TV on Monday anyway, but there's nothing on TV until your game. You got to be in your hotel till 3:30 or 4, and then you go to the stadium. So it's so boring. But Sunday night games weren't as bad, but they're just long days. That's all. I didn't get nervous. It was more. I guess it was more exciting because you knew everyone in the league was watching you. Because I know I watched Sunday night when I got home, and especially Monday night when teams played. So you knew everyone around the league was watching you, all your peers.
Couple more questions for you if you've got
extra
5 minutes.
Fire away, yeah.
All right. Ask Brian, what he thinks of the banning of the hip drop tackle and the new proposals roughing the passer and kickoff rules.
I saw the hip drop. I don't even know what the kind of tackle that is, honestly. I mean, I was just trying, whatever I could do to get a guy to the ground is what I would do. I don't understand why you have to ban the way guys tackle. It's hard enough for the defense as it is. Now you're going to limit the way they can tackle guys. So I don't know. I don't even know what that tackle looks like, honestly. I know what a horse car looks like. And what was the other part of the question? I don't know anything else they're doing, so I haven't paid attention to the rules.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I just know they're in favor of the offense.
New proposals. They wanted to know what you thought about that. The roughing the passer and kickoff rules.
I don't know what they did to those. I'm sure the roughing the passers, if you look at them the wrong way, you might get flagged. If you run by the quarterback too fast, you might get flagged. There's so many
breathe
rules.
On them the wrong way, maybe.
Don't give them the side eye as you're about to sack them because you'll get sacked. How do you call roughing the passer when the quarterback has the ball and you sack him? How's that roughing the passer? He has the football. You can't rough him. He has the ball. You're supposed to tackle him. I don't. I can't. It's going to take longer than 5 minutes if you get me on that subject.
You can go on. I mean, listen, we sit there and yell about it, so I can't imagine how you feel watching it.
So I'm gonna guarantee you, on 3rd and 11 or longer, there's going to be a penalty on a safety or a corner for illegal contact, or I don't know. How does a corner play defense anymore? I don't understand it. It drives me freaking crazy. I'm going to be nice and use the word freaking, but it drives me absolutely nuts. I can't stand watching these poor DBs try and play defense.
They can't.
It's impossible. You can't. I mean, the receivers are so good in the first place, and then you put all these rules against the DBs, and you can't hit them. I don't know. Maybe in their quads. Is that where you're supposed to tackle them now? I don't get it. I don't know. Frustrating. I'm glad I'm retired. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah. No, it's frustrating. It's frustrating to watch. Another question, Brian. Who is the one player you never played with that you wish you had?
Ooh, that's a great question. Walter Payton. Walter's the man. If you played in Chicago, if you understand how the fan base loves that dude and talk to people who knew Walter, I talked to some of the guys who played with him. Just awesome. A great teammate, obviously an unbelievable best football player of all time. Don't care what anyone says. He's the best of all time. Any position. And just the type of guy he was. That's the guy I want to be a teammate of his.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Who do you think, what's the best rivalry in the NFL?
Bears and Packers. It's the oldest. They've played over 200 times. And all those division rivalries are great, right? Because you played them for so long. But I think Bears and Packers is the long. I'm having played in that rivalry for 13 years. I think that's a big deal. Our fans don't like each other. I'll say this though: the fans don't like each other, but they respect each other. When we go up there, Their fans are very respectable, and I can't say the same about our fans for them when they come down to Soldier Field. But their fans are always. I remember coming out of the locker room one time. My brother's out there. I'm like, "What are you doing?" He goes, "Oh, I was waiting for you." And this dude offered me some brats. I was like, "Oh, so they were feeding my bro, after the game when they were waiting for us." So they're pretty nice up there as well. So it was always pretty competitive, but always nice, friendly.
Who do you think
Deb, like us, right? Deb's the Eagles fan. I'm the Giants fan, and somehow we co-host.
Okay, my brother got in a fight at an Eagles game when in 2010 when we beat him up at it was a Sunday or Monday night at is it Lincoln Financial? Is that their stadium there now? When we beat their asses up there, someone was he looks just like me, just a little bit shorter, and someone started a fight with him. He didn't fight him, but they got thrown out.
Did they know who he was?
Oh, they knew. 100%. He looks just like me. Yeah, so they started some shit with him, and they got tossed out.
The cops called. I mean, Philly gets a bad rep, but
they just chirped the whole time. You know how it is. It's part of it. But they were getting a little more aggressive, so Casey got him thrown out. It's great.
Good. I actually broke up with a guy one time because he got so aggressive at an Eagles game. I was like, we're not doing this.
Can't do it. A little Silver Linings Playbook here, getting a little aggressive all the time. Yeah. That was a movie reference.
Movie.
Okay, you got that. All right, good.
I got that.
Good movie. That's a great movie.
It's a great movie.
Great movie.
It's amazing. I loved it. I mean, I'm from that area. And
so actually, you got it.
My best friend, one of my best friends from college, a friend she went to high school with actually wrote it. So it's really the next town from where I'm from.
The cast is phenomenal.
Yeah.
But the storyline is great. The characters are great. How do they cast those movies so well? I don't get it. Every movie, same way, or even every show, same way. They cast them so well.
Well, Bradley was also from Philly. I mean, he's from Philly.
I know.
You know what? And speaking of movies and stuff, I need some new shows on Netflix. What are you watching?
So do I, actually. I just finished Band of Brothers. Now I got to watch Band of Brothers Pacific, and there's another Band of Brothers just came out as well. I haven't watched yet. Obviously, Game of Thrones have gone through that. The new one comes out in June. House of Dragons. You saw that?
I've never watched Game of Thrones.
What?
Never. My brother does to me all the time. Nick, have you never watched Game of Thrones?
It's like porn. It's like porn. Watch it.
I know. It's what it's.
Yeah, watch it.
I hear. Yeah.
Medieval porn is all it is. What else is good? I'm sure you saw Breaking Bad. You've seen, I'm sure.
Yes.
That took place in Albuquerque. I saw that. I need someone just told me something to watch the other day. I don't know what it was. But yeah, when I travel, I like to watch it. Oh, did you watch Full Swing, the new season?
No.
PGA?
I've heard of it.
Did you watch last season?
I need to watch it apparently.
Well, there's 18 episodes right there. You got Full Swing first season and second season. That's good, really good. Okay. If you like PGA Tour drama, watch it.
Do you like The Bear or anything? Do you watch that? The Bear?
Oh, I don't know what that is.
About a Chicago restaurant.
Oh no, I don't watch it. No. No.
Okay.
No, I like war movies. I like stuff like that. I'm not gonna. I shouldn't say this. You ever watch Love and Hip Hop like on VH1 or?
Yeah.
Those shows are great. There's so much drama. Or how about Below Deck? You watch that?
Yes. I love Below Deck. Man, I'm a reality queen. I love it.
So I'm now a reality guy too because I watch them all. I thought the murder shows in the middle of the day because I don't. Sometimes every once in a while I'm not doing something. I'll watch these murder shows on TV. Unbelievable. People are crazy.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like Snapped or like just crazy stuff, man. And they catch them, but you gotta be careful.
I produced I Crime with Elizabeth Vargas.
Okay.
So I am watching crime 24/7.
Like I don't like watching the CSI and stuff like that. I like watching the real shit where you can actually see stuff that really stuff that really happened. Yeah.
But you watch it in the afternoon, right? Not before bed or anything like that. Or
maybe I watch other shows. I watch some news as well sometimes during the evenings, so I could get really mad at the world, but mostly during the day for the murder shows.
Yeah. I don't like to watch murder shows before I go to bed.
Me neither. Yeah. I watch Friends.
Yeah, I watch something lighthearted, Seinfeld reruns or something. Or
there you go. Same here.
I love Real Housewives or Love Is Blind. You guys watch that on Netflix? Absolutely. I love reality TV. So.
I haven't watched that one.
Why you haven't watched Love Is Blind?
I haven't. Season
4.
4, Love Is Blind, season 4. Oh, okay. I'll go specifically to that one for sure.
Yes.
But season 1 is great because I feel
I've never heard of it.
Every reality show season 1. Deb's a producer, so what do I know what I'm talking about? I'm just saying, as a fan, it's like
you like it.
I feel like season 1 of every reality show is so good because they don't know any better, right? Like
That's
they don't
true.
know
That's
Yeah.
true.
Any better, really.
Good point.
But you've got to watch
Love is Blind. All right, I'll put that down on my list.
They
there and
put
check
these
that
people
out.
in these pods, and then like they get engaged like 2 weeks later, and then they finally meet, and then they like go. It's so wild.
Oh man, that's like stressful then.
It's stressful. Yeah.
Oh, all right. Okay, I'll watch it.
It's fun,
It's
though.
entertaining. My wife was watching
You
this
have to
one
binge it. Like, I
show where they
binged
were
it.
naked dating.
Yeah, Naked and Afraid or Naked Date.
No,
Yeah.
no, Naked Afraid is my all-time favorite show of all time.
That's a great show.
But naked dating,
Naked.
like you show up naked, everyone's naked.
I mean,
Huh. I mean,
It's
you're gonna get there
entertaining,
eventually, right?
very entertaining. Hopefully, but it was very entertaining. I'll tell you that much.
Could you ever do Naked and Afraid? Could you ever do a show like
You
that?
know, I could do Swim Trunks and Afraid. Yes,
Swim Trunks and Afraid. Yes.
I don't want to be naked. Yeah,
I always say the first thing I would do is find me some coconuts with this. Just make a little dress real quick.
I would want to cover my areas, man. I don't know. I just don't like. I mean, I wear my chonies around the house all the time, but it's not the same thing. But if I could wear swim trunks, I could. Well, then you gotta. No, I couldn't make it because those people are unbelievable. I can't. If I don't get food, it ain't fun.
Yeah.
I'm
And
not
you
fun.
always think about their feet too. Their feet must just get
It's
so
horrible. How about the bug bites they get on their bodies? Oh, man. But I
no.
watch that show every Sunday night. I love it.
Yeah.
I love that show.
And they do
Yeah.
it for fun, these survivalists.
I know, they don't
It's
get
like
money
a good
for it.
time.
Yeah, they just prove to themselves how good they are.
Hey, they're great. I wouldn't last 2 seconds.
They're
Nope.
unbelievable. They're machines.
no way.
Nope, couldn't do it. I would try, but I couldn't do it.
No way.
No.
All right, Nikki and Brian, just so you know, every week we do a DM of the week. Nikki gets some crazy things in her DMs.
Yes.
Going for it. 'Cause I haven't talked to him forever, and I haven't heard any of the DMs, so I need an update myself. So, Nick,
I don't
Love
even
to
know.
hear it.
I don't know where to begin. So of course it's like still always the feet picture request, and I just don't understand why we keep doing this. No, I still don't have Feet Finder. But so Brian, you probably don't know because you just met me as the second time. But so part of like what I do, not because intentionally, very picky with food. And I stick to like the same things that I eat over and over again. I'm in no means a foodie. So lately I've been trying food on camera, and on my other show we
Good
get
for
into
you.
food takes, and I always ask people what they ate for dinner, and I got a million questions. So I hate cooking, I hate food shopping. It's very aggravating to me.
Food shopping.
Yeah. So
Very
I
East
tried
Coast
the
food
gnocchi.
shopping.
I tried white garlic pizza when I was in the city a couple days ago for a work event. So now, Deb, all the DMs, people are like, could I buy a picture of you eating certain foods that I like? And I'm like holding it up to my mouth, and I'm like, that is
Fetish.
interesting. I mean, I do have a cameo, but watch that be the next. Yeah. So specifically, like somebody wanted me to like, eat pizza, and like, yeah, it was, yeah, they're willing to pay for it. And I was just like,
Hey, do it then.
right? I should just take their money.
You got to get that bread or just fake it. Like, I'm eating this. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was great.
And then some people are requesting certain items of clothing to not be there with the food. And so it's getting very
Nice.
speaking of being naked, no.
Possibly
Yeah.
some guys making these requests, I would assume.
these are, yes.
Males, yes.
Yes.
Gotcha.
But you know what was funny? I met up with our producer, Danny, who you met when we first jumped
Giants
in the
guy,
show
yeah.
here, because he works in the city. But most of my DMs, Deb, you're going to love this. I love it. People are mad at him because apparently he brought me to like not the greatest pizza place to try this pizza. So they were like, how'd you do that to her? You shouldn't have done that. I can't believe it. I got to take you to the right place. So I got all these pizza requests now.
Huh. Interesting. I
nothing, so.
didn't think you would go there with your D. I thought you'd get more interesting stuff than that, possibly. That's interesting. That's interesting. But maybe
you get interesting.
I was gonna say you probably just don't want to share some of the stuff, the
Oh,
weird stuff. Yeah.
I get some weird things that you don't ask for. How about that?
Same. Yeah. I get some
I
weird
bet
stuff
you do
too.
Yeah, people are
Yeah.
weird out there.
Well, there's no shame in you know it's the internet. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to there's no consequences to what you send. Doesn't matter.
Yeah. So it's either that or people are just straight up mean,
Oh, I like those. Those every once in a while I'll pick one to respond to them. Like when I'm in the sauna, I'll just pick some people out who've been talking shit and I'll just go at it with them and then
That's
block
what
them.
I do too.
Yeah,
As
it's
much
fun.
as they tell me not to, I get fed up and then I go off.
It's a great way to waste time if you're like nothing to do for half an hour.
Yeah.
So when I'm in the sauna, I just fight with people. It's a great thing.
That's what I did with that guy yesterday. The day
Good
before.
job.
He said, "No disrespect, Nikki, but I
But-
hate your hair, your lips, your eyelashes, your tan. You wear too much makeup, and you look like a drag queen." And I was like, "Oh, no disrespect." And so I just went. Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Dang. There you go.
Oh yeah, always
Gotta
a
do it
drag
sometimes.
queen.
Yeah.
Always
Drag queen.
Always
I'm boring.
That's good. Boring's good. Nothing wrong with that. I'm boring too.
Oh, Deb, you don't want to
obviously.
take naked pasta pictures? Like, come on.
Naked pasta
I
pictures.
just want to watch football. No.
That's it. Can we get football? Oh, there's a new league starting in spring,
Yeah.
right? And there's another one
It's the XFL and the USFL that are combined.
merging. Yeah,
Nice.
be tough to watch.
Yeah, I actually covered the XFL and the USFL, but I'm not covering this new league. But just,
No.
yeah,
Well, I guess it's something to watch. Still football, I
Yeah.
guess, but
That's true.
yeah.
Emily, and
We'll
the
be
draft
busy.
is coming up.
Drafts. We have all season. Deb, you cover the Chargers. I'll be at Giants camp. We'll be busy.
Yep, we'll be busy.
Yes.
I'll be
Brian?
watching.
You were watching the draft, assuming?
No,
No?
I will not be watching. When is it?
It's April 25th, 26th, 27th.
I will not be watching. Probably not.
Okay.
I don't plan my day around the draft, or I don't make plans to watch the draft anymore. You know, I did one year. I did when I got drafted. That was the only time.
Right.
Yeah, that was it.
That was it.
That's all you needed anyway.
That's
really.
it. Yep.
That's the only
One
one
and
you cared
done. That was the only one I cared about.
I
about.
don't blame you. Well, Brian,
Yep.
thank you so much for coming on. I know
Yeah.
you know, all this food talk. I think we're all hungry now.
I'm
at this
hungry.
point.
There's my buzz. There's my go. My
Buzz.
outward. I'm hungry.
56 minutes in, Deb. We almost
did
hit the
good.
hour.
Yeah, good job, bro. That was fun. You guys are a good time. Or you ladies are a good time.
You.
Thank you. And thank you guys in the chat. If you are on our YouTube channel, Blonde Blitz, please make sure you like and subscribe. And don't forget, Blonde Blitz is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Use code Blonde Blitz for $100 towards your first bet. We thank Brian Urlacher so much for coming on. Hopefully we can get him on again a little bit
Yes.
later in the year.
Let me know.
And we will see you guys back at our regular scheduled time next Wednesday at 8 o'clock. Bye, everyone.
There you go.